Hey everybody, this is Ed. This is my follow-up on my 125 aquarium. I got my power heads in, I guess you call them, yesterday, and said I was going to make a video showing them installed and everything. And there's one right there. I want them to push the water across the rocks so the sediment and algae won't, just lay on top of the rocks. I got one on that side, and then I got one on the right side of the aquarium, right there. And I got it directed so it'll go over those rocks. My return pipes from the sump, one of them's right there. I got it close to the top of the water so it'll keep the top of the water moving. Then over here on the left side, I got that one return pipe in the water a little bit where it'll push the water along with the power head over the rocks to keep the water circulating pretty good. Okay, now here's my sump that I was talking about the other day that I handmade. Those pipes right there, they go up to the overflow box. Water comes down in through there, down through into the media right there. I'll get this light. I got a light here I'm gonna bring. Okay, it goes through that media right there, down through some bivalves, goes down into that bottom chamber, and then over from that chamber it goes under, up through a sponge right there, over the top of the other PVC wall, into the skimmer chamber. Now there's the skimmer chamber, the skimmer that I made out of a 2-liter Pepsi bottle. As you can see, it makes pretty good bubbles. That pipe right there goes to the pump, and that pipe right there is my adjustment pipe that you can, if you stand it up, if you stand that pipe straight up, it will make the water in the 2-liter Pepsi bottle, that's what adjusts the water level of the skimmer. As you see, I got it laying over onto a sponge to keep it from having micro bubbles into the aquarium. I have no micro bubbles whatsoever. The way I got it designed, that pipe that's in that right there that goes into the Pepsi bottle is close to the bottom where there's no bubbles hardly at all. That one's closer to the top where it'll circulate in a clockwork motion, turning the bubbles. It goes up through the top of the Pepsi bottle. I got a hole drilled in the top of it. I got the top glued to the bottom of that container, which that container is from a blank CD or DVD case that you buy to make DVDs or CVDs with. That's the container that those come in. I drilled a hole in the bottom of it. I glued the bottle top to the bottom of it, drilled a hole through it, and inside I got one of them underground gravel filter tubes that you get with the underground filter, and I got it about a ½ inch from the top of that where it don't, I put a top on it. This is the bottom of the thing, of the case that the CDs come in. I got the hole drilled in the middle of it right there, if you can barely see it, where the air, so I can put it on top of the container so the bubbles don't splash everywhere when they pop, like that. Now you can see the skim mate is real good. I mean, this thing works good. I'm not lying. I mean, 2-liter. There probably needs to be a bigger one, for more skim. But as you can see, I got it adjusted just perfectly. It's a dry. It takes about 2 days to fill this thing up with skim. I wish I could figure out how to make it taller, so I can drill me a hole in the bottom of it and have it automatically flow into a catch bottle. Other than that, I have to take an aquarium airline tube and drain it out that way. Okay, I got an automatic top off float switch right there. I just installed a few days ago, and I love it. You don't have to go to the kitchen and grab you a gallon of water every day and put it in here. About every 8 hours, I have to add almost a gallon of water. So this does it for me automatically, and I love it. And I got it hooked to a drop cord, which they say you're not supposed to do, but I can't see spending $79, $80 for a control module when this is no problem. I made sure that the wires will not go under the water at all, period. I got it one side of the drop cord spliced, whereas that float drops down to allow the water pump to turn on. It makes contact, completes the circuit. Okay, then I got the other side of the drop cord into a pump. That little pump, I don't know if you can see it right there, that's what pushes the water to the sump. And over in this other side of my cabinet, I don't know if you can see it, but I got a 5-gallon Lowe's bucket right there full of water, and as it needs it, it pumps water out of that 5-gallon bucket. So I won't have to worry about running back and forth to the kitchen every day and putting a gallon of water in this thing. I'm gonna make it a refugium one day. It's been like this for about 1.5 years, maybe 2 years. I think I've had this aquarium. I'm not really 100% sure, but it's about 2 years at the most. And as you can see, my water is crystal clear. I have nothing wrong with my water. I don't use, one thing about it, I don't use chemicals whatsoever. It's been 2 years, and I do not use any kind of chemicals in my aquarium. Now I do a water change, but I don't use any kind of chemicals whatsoever in my aquarium. Maybe that's the wrong thing to do, but my aquarium and my fish are just as healthy. As you can see, they love it in the aquarium. I mean, I have no problem. I have not lost a fish in 2 years, and like I said, I do not use any chemicals in my aquarium whatsoever. The only thing I do use, and I just started using, it's stuff like to grow coralline algae. And I did get me an anemone yesterday. He's right there. It took them an 1.5 hours to get him out of the pet store. They were real careful with them because you can't just grab, like a bubble tip anemone. You can't grab the anemone and just pull them off the rock. You have to be real careful with them. If you pull them off the rock, once they're on there, they'll rip the foot, and then it can, cause problems or even kill them. So they were real careful with it. He's been in there since yesterday, and I have no problems with it. He opened up about an hour after I put him in there. He opened wide open, and I put some food in there, and it caught the food, and just as normal. Okay, well, that's my aquarium, and I just want to do another update. Like I said, I'm new at this, so if y'all just bear with me a little bit, I'll be a little more precise as I do this more and more. It's kind of not easy to talk about something, as you're going and make it sound like you know what you're talking about. So, but that's my 125-gallon aquarium, and I'm gonna come over here real quick and show you. This is what I use for my purple to try to get my coralline algae to grow. It's this Kent Marine Purple Tech. That's what it says here. And you put in 2 teaspoons full for 55 gallons. So I got 125 gallons. I put 4 in there, and I do it at night when the lights turn off. I got a timer on my lights, and when they go off at night, that's when I put it in there. Then this is my pump that I use for my automatic top off. That's the box for that the pump came in. It's a vacuum pump, Aqua Lifter AW20, and it works perfect. I have no problem with it, and that's what it looks like right there. And I got, this is the box that the power heads came in, and that's the type of power heads I got. Let me get it right here. And that's the power heads I got. Like I said, to me, these don't seem like the ones I ordered. They're supposed to be 800 gallons per hour flow, but according to this, it says it's, I'm trying to see where it tells me how much water flow it does. It's on here somewhere. I saw it the other day. It's like, shoot, I can't see. Anyway, it's supposed to be 800 gallons per hour water flow, but I don't think it does, because I can put my hand about 4 inches from the front of the propeller and I can barely feel it. I don't know if that's the way it's supposed to be or not. I think I'm gonna modify it right there in the middle where you can see the propellers. I think I'm gonna close that up and let it suck water out from the back side. There's some grooves right there, and then let it suck out, let it push it out at the very front, and see if that would help push some more water. Okay, I think I need to turn this off, and if y'all have any ideas, information, if you can tell me if you like this or not, and anything you can do to help me out, I appreciate it. Like I said, I'm new at this, so I'm just trying to do, try to learn. Thanks a lot. Y'all have a good day.